Okay, everyone, when I did my haul video, my little Temu haul, I got a request or two that asked me to stamp out the stamps and I'll do the die first also and let people know my opinion on how they stamp. Now, I did use this one in my Altered Index Card 2024 video today, April 16th. And if you watch that, you will know that everything's stamped fine. I used these two, this, and this, and they all stamped fine. I used Night of Navy on an index card that I had inked with Starry Sky ink, both Stampin' Up inks. And they stamped fine, except that this one, the word harmony, and I don't know if you can see that, Harm, looks like an N there. It's because the little connecting line there and a little piece of the R doesn't stamp, and it's shown that way on here as though it's intentional. But I did have to take a fine tip marker that I happen to have in, what did I use? Night of Navy, and just touched it up a little bit. So that was the only one, that little word harmony, which of course is the word I wanted to use today. So I was disappointed in that. All the music notes and everything, though, stamped fine. Now, I will tell you, these are not, I don't know what material they use, but they are a thinner, more bendy than, for example, Stampin' Up's photopolymer stamps. They are more bendy. For what I'm going to use these for journaling and mixed media kind of stuff, most of the time, I think they'll be just fine. I was disappointed in that word. Okay, so that said, I'm sure all the other ones will be fine. And you know what? What did I say? I don't have my sheet up here, but these stamps were mostly $2 or under, like $1.32, $1.97. I think one of them was a little, I think this was 324 or 234 for the dies, but yeah, so for that price and the amount of stamps you get, yes, that's worth the money. Now, honestly, if I find out that these are knockoffs, I'll never buy them again because I'm not going to do that anymore. I did that once off Amazon and I'll never do it again because the quality on those, the stamps were terrible. Okay. But I don't know that these are. These might just be companies making them overseas. Okay. Now let's do the dies. Here's the one thing I do not like about these dies, but you get this with some companies here in the US. You have to take them apart. And this came out real easy. I have these junk pliers. They don't work for jewelry making anymore. And sometimes they don't work for this. And oops, if you be really careful if you're doing this. I usually hold them over my trash bin down below and twist, but that actually cut off. So here we go. We're going to take this one out. Okay, we end up with another one, and I'm going to just try and twist carefully and aim it away from me because I don't want to get that in my eye or my arm or my, you know, in my skin somewhere or my eyes or mouth or whatever. And I'm going to take that sharp metal bit down to the trash bin. So that's what I'm going to do. Now these I'll try and do while it's in here because it'll be pretty bendy. And I don't want to cut myself when I'm trying to get that out of the bigger one. See, these pliers are junk, but if you twist and twist, it will come off. But you do need some kind of pliers, and they can be junk pliers, but they have to be cutting, cutters. And then this, I just go like that and twist it, and then try and do the same at the bottom. Now I did end up with a little one on there, so the little ones sometimes I worry about more. And these are kind of bendy, but I haven't had a bad experience with the dies, the fine dies, so far. All right, now let's get this one out and then we'll do the last bit of nubs, and you just twist and it comes out. Now that's going to be a hard one to get because it's really close. It's really little, but again, I'm holding it as tight as I can and twisting it, and there it goes. And I don't know where that went, and I have to be careful. I don't want anything going on my floor because of my cat, who I think is ill right now. She's not eating right, and I'm kind of worried about her. I have to call the vet tomorrow. Anyway, oops, that one. At least I know where it went. Into the trash right away. And one more. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and die cut this off camera, and all these pieces, and I'll show you how it cuts. One sec. Okay, I'm back. This is 100 and I think this is, hang on, I'll tell you what it is. I think it's 110 pound, but now I'm not sure. I don't know. This might be Recollections. I thought it was 110 pound, but it feels thinner to me. So I think this is Recollections 65 pound white. And I ran it once and then back because just because of the way my setup is, I do that with all my dies. But going back, I see I got a little shadowing. That's not the fault of the dies. That's the fault of me running it back and then forth again, or forth and back. So they cut out fine. And then, yes, you can, I don't know if you can see them, but there is a fold line here. Where's my bone folder here? And there is a fold line here and here. So this is, I believe, is a library pocket. And so if I just do it a little better. Oh, Callie came to say hello. Hi, sweetie. Hello. Meow. Anyway, yes, that cut fine. And then I guess this is meant to be the library card. So there you have it. And then you can have a tab on here or back here, however you want. And you could do this in a different color and have a label here. That's, again, a shadow piece. So that cut out very easily. This is approximately 80 pound. It's crumb cake from Stampin' Up. This feels a little lighter than this. So it might be 80 pound also. I'm really not sure. Okay, so let's try the stamping. I'm going to put maybe this one. Well, let's see. Do I have a big block? This is all one stamp, so we're going to do that one first, actually. And I'm going to do that onto crumb cake. Yeah, I have to do it on this piece. I was going to put it in my Stamparatus, but I'm going to use this block that I have here. Maybe the bigger one. I have one bigger size, which I think they're doing away with now because so many people use the platforms now. I don't know. Let me see something. You know what? I don't like that bigger one. But it is a little too big for that one. So I would suggest using, for this one, a stamping platform of some kind. I'm going to use Memento Tuxedo Black. I am going to try it without a cushion under it to start. I'm sorry, I'm petting my kitty a little bit. She must have heard me talking about her, huh? I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink, which is a dye-based ink. It is not meant for using with watercolors. You can use it with alcohol markers, though, which is actually one of my preferred ways of coloring because I'm not good at watercolor. I'm learning. I'm slowly learning. Not looking like it's taking much ink, which is a little concerning. But I might just not be able to see. And you know what? I have this thing, I'm going to use it, that Paige gave me, Stamp Girl. She hasn't been posting videos for I guess about a year now. I don't think she's coming back to YouTube. So anyway, yeah, now my desk has a curve. I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to get this under here and my scrap paper, just in case I do a boo-boo or something. And let's try it again. I'll try it again with Memento. It could be that it's such a big block too. But this desk definitely has a little bit of a curve in here, and it could be why it's doing that. Now, I'll be honest with you, with background stamps like this, I generally prefer a rubber stamp as opposed to a photopolymer or clear. Ugh. I inked me up pretty good, but this is just a test. Anyway, let me flip it over though. And sometimes, sorry, if you breathe on them, sometimes that helps. And I think I have my treble and bass clef there. And I don't know why I'm not using that other thing. I just want to push into the mat. Kind of hard to make sure I get coverage, and then I'll bring this in, push, push, push. Okay, let's take it up. Yeah, still getting a light spot there, so it could be my ink. I'm not sure, but it doesn't do too bad. Again, for $1 or $2. I'll have to play around with that. I guess I would recommend, and like I said, these background kind of stamps to use on a stamping platform so you can do it repeatedly to get the full image, okay? Let me wipe that off with I actually put water on my chamois for once. Look at that. A lot of ink coming off. Okay, on to the next one. We don't need this big block anymore, I don't think. So yeah, the jury's out on that one. And I did find that I have another one that is a rubber one. I don't remember the brand. I don't have it right handy here. So anyway, let's try the ticket one, because people were asking me about that. And I'm gonna just stamp it on here. Actually, this does feel, I don't know, it might be 110 pound, but I think it might be 80. I don't know. I'm not sure. So we're going to use this long one first, and I am going to leave it on the rubber mat. And let me wipe my fingers on something, because I don't want to have smudgies everywhere with the Memento on my hands. Sometimes I get it on my fingers from the chamois too, picking it up. Alright, we're going to do this long ticket. Now this long ticket, and I said this in the haul, there's little like tear pieces out of it. And it does have little knobby looking things, which is what one of the knockoffs I had before did, and it stamped that way. So let's see what happens. It might be my ink pad needs more ink or something too. I don't know. If I get the very light ink again, like I did on the last one, I'll use a different color. Maybe I'll do that anyway, because it does look pretty light. I think I need to re-ink, like I said. Let's try it. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but yeah, see where there are, let me bring you down. See this? This is in the stamp that way. So it's supposed to look like that, I think, and this K I had mentioned before was missing. All right, let me clean this. I'm going to try a different color just to see how it comes out. I'll just flip this over. How it comes out with a different color. That might be a juicier ink pad, like maybe Night of Navy, for example. Let's try that. I'm using Stampin' Up! Inks, except for that black one is Memento, but that's what Stampin' Up! Demonstrators use, because I used to be one. All right. Yeah, see how much darker that is? That was definitely the ink. And maybe if I used the blue on the music too. Much better. And it's meant to look like that, because you can see it in the on the stamp. Okay. Let's try the other ones that I don't notice that on it. I don't notice that separation, if you will. I don't know why I get myself all inky when I stamp. Oh, my drawer is coming out. Oops. Let's get a couple of the other ones on here. Let's try this one. It's a little bigger. I mean, it's not bigger than this, but, and I don't know. We'll try the ones that look a little more detailed. I don't know if I'm going to do every stamp with you. That I'm going to just toss. Let's try stamping it on one of these on this crumb cake, which is a little more porous, but I'll use the blue ink. Okay, and the lines on that are meant to be like that again. So this is meant to look like an old vintage thing, and it's stamped fine the way it looks on there. So let me just stamp this on this copy paper. Actually, I have it on the thing crooked. And it's stamped fine on there, on thicker card. This is 110 pound. This is thicker. All right. Yep, stamped good. So I would have to say overall for the money, yes, I would buy them again. Just if you aren't sure, look on the website carefully at the stamps, like that one with the harmony thing. I don't know. I'm sure I didn't notice that on the website. And I'm not trained to look for that kind of stuff, apparently. Yeah. Now, I kind of wish they had dies to go with them. I do have a ticket punch, but this is a straight line, and I actually have a punch that I can probably use to cut that. All right, let's do the two smaller ones, and then that'll be it for this stamp set. And I think this one has a door prize. Oops, upside down, but there you go. That, and again, I can see on the stamp the two spaces here are on the stamp. It's made that way intentionally. This is admit one. There you go. So yeah, they work. Will they last as long? I don't know. They are not as thick, and I've said this earlier, as the photopolymer I'm used to with Stampin' Up. They're very, very bendy. So I don't know whether they're better or worse. But I always liked the photopolymer stamps, but they're also more expensive. Where's my covered thing? I don't know. All right, let's flip this over because I don't want to waste my good card. And now Penny's Crafty Creations did do this one. So I'm only going to do a couple of these because you're getting the idea. Let me get some green. Let's try, hold on, shaded spruce. Let's try shaded spruce. I hope it has ink in it. You know what? Yeah, we'll do that. I need to re-ink a couple of mine. I can't remember which colors needed the ink. So we'll do one of these plants with some detail. Let's do this one with fine detail. And let's do this one. And then you'll be able to see, you know, about what they're like. What is this? I see this one too. The words on it are, oh, look at this. That's from holding the chamois. The chamois needs to be cleaned really bad. And I just rinsed it this morning, but I've done quite a bit. That's stamped nice. I got a dot. Oh, there is a little dot on this stamp. I don't know if that's intentional or a boo-boo in the manufacturer. That's stamped fine. Oh, look, there's little hearts. So, I'm almost afraid to pick this up. I will have to wash my hands and I'll come back and finish out this video. Now, like I said, Penny's Crafty Creations, she did a TEMU haul and she did this whole stamp set, I'm pretty sure. So if you want to see more from that stamp set, I'll refer you to her channel. I think that's, well, I might as well just finish out. Enough. The dies worked fine. The stamps work fine. You just have to, when you buy them, you have to know that they may intentionally have some boo-boos, but check your words. Make sure the words make sense also, because I did get one off somewhere, Amazon, I think, and there was like a weird word in it. Oh, no, I think it was Globeland, sorry. And one of the words on there just really didn't make any sense for in the middle, in the saying that it was saying. Sometimes they misspell things, but the one I was upset about a little bit was that harmony word not being full. And I didn't notice that on the website, but that's, you know, me noticing it. I don't want to touch these because I'm going to get them messed up. The dies work perfectly fine. It's just that you have to take them apart. But again, for $3 instead of what, $30, $17, I don't know. Yeah, it's worth it. Now, I'm not saying don't ever get from US companies because I like the quality of their products and I like a lot of the designs for card making especially, and tag making sometimes. I like the products of some of these, you know, US-based companies like Stampin' Up. I also would suggest probably putting these in a different thing in your storage and putting some cardstock in there so you can see what you have. I don't remember what was in this. And this one goes in here. So I'll have to figure it out. I'm missing something. Oh, that one I have an envelope in there to show you. I put it in there. That's funny. So yeah, I will let you go. Let me know what you think based on this demonstration. My order total, including tax, I got free shipping because I guess it was my first order, was $12.23 for 1, 2, 3, 4 stamp sets and 1 set of library card dies with tabs and a label. And would I buy them again? Absolutely, I would. All right, take care, everyone. I hope that was what you wanted, and I will talk to you again very soon. Hugs, love, and peace.